Hello, and welcome to Draw with Elena. I'm so glad you're here. Today, you're going to need one white piece of paper and lots of different colors. We're going to use two different types of mediums. We're going to use markers and crayons. Let's get started. I think it's fun to draw an autumn scene today. It's getting chilly outside. And sometimes I like to draw what I'm feeling, and I am feeling a little chilly today. Let's go ahead and start with our water. I like to be by the water. It's so peaceful and calming, and it's never the same scene twice because the water is always moving, kind of like people who are always in a hurry. We'll go ahead and we'll make some waves with our blue marker, and you can put those waves anywhere you want. Maybe you want your waves to be smoother than mine, or maybe even bigger. It's up to you. It's all for you to make all your own. That's what makes art special. Your art can be just for you. Your expression. So let's put our blue marker away for a moment. Now we're going to use our green marker to draw a nice little mound or hill. We'll pretend like we're on the other side of the stream, or maybe it's a river, and we're looking over and enjoying the view of beautiful trees that'll be changing colors. We'll get to those in just a moment. Now I'm going to go ahead and draw some grass. Those are just little V shapes. And if you want, you can put in another little line between them. Or maybe you just want a series of lines. You draw the grass any way you see fit. Or maybe your grass is trimmed perfectly well, and you don't actually need any of those little hairs of grass sticking out. It's up to you. It's your world. Now, probably should draw some trees with lots of changing colors, right? I'm going to start with orange first. I'm going to draw a nice sized circle right here. There we go. My circle looks pretty round. I'm surprised and impressed. I guess it took a lot of practice, and it sure did. I bet you can draw circles really well too. And if you feel like you can't, that's okay too, because it just takes practice. Now, put in a red triangle. I like drawing triangles. How about a teardrop, only an upside down teardrop in yellow? Oops, you see how my teardrop didn't come together? That's okay, I can fix it. Just like that. It's okay to make mistakes, right? I actually think it's starting to look pretty good, but it does look like a bit like a frowny face, and these are the eyes and that's the nose. That's very silly. Maybe the water is the drool. Now, that would be very silly. Well, let's make them look like trees instead, shall we? First, let's get our brown marker, and we'll draw straight the way down. And it's up to you if you want to overlap the ground or not, or if you want it to just meet the ground. That's also up to you. I'm going to pull mine down just a little bit more. But, like I said, it's up to you. This is your world. And we'll do it a third time like that. There, not so much a frowny face anymore. More like trees. I think our trees should have branches, don't you? We can make some V shapes inside of the bushel of twigs and leaves. Those will be our branches. There we go. You can make as many V shapes as you want. Now, I'm going to make some little twigs inside. You can make those V shapes as well, or they can be little lines. Like I said, all up to you. You don't need anyone's permission on how you do your art. You do it any way that you feel comfortable. Art is supposed to bring you joy. Or sometimes when you're feeling sad, it's supposed to just make you feel a little bit better or bring you a bit of peace. If you want your twigs to have twigs as well, that's okay too. You can make your trees as simple or as complicated as you want. It's your world. There we go. I think we're doing pretty well so far. What do you think? I'm feeling like the sky feels very lonely. Now, I know some of my students like to draw their sun in the corner. I like to draw my sun in lots of different places. I'm going to choose here instead. I'm going to make it kind of small so it seems like it's really far away in the distance. And if you want, you can draw little lines like this. Or sometimes people draw little squiggly lines around the sun, like this. Almost looks like an egg then, doesn't it? It's up to you. I'm going to add some dots just for fun. Why not, right? Because it's my world and I can do whatever I want in it. It's a great, fun imagination. The more you cultivate your imagination, the more imaginative and creative you become. I think that we need some clouds. I do like clouds. There are lots of ways to draw clouds. You can draw clouds very slow and wiggly and thin like a pancake, like this. And then they seem to be so far away. If that's how you want to draw your clouds. Or you can draw them to be very billowy, like this, almost like they're a pillow. That's fun too. I like to make sure I draw clouds in different sizes so it feels like it has depth. Feels like the clouds are close and far away, and the sky is really big. You can even draw little lines inside of your clouds so that it looks like it's even more billowy like a pillow. Sometimes I like to draw my clouds with a straight line on the bottom and then make it billow on the top like it's building up, almost like a building would. That's fun too. There's so many ways to draw clouds because there's so many different types of clouds. What's your favorite kind of cloud? Don't forget to let me know. I love to see all of your wonderful artwork in my comments. There we are. I think it looks really good. What do you think? I bet yours is coming together very nicely. Now it's time to get our crayons. What I like about drawing with marker and then coloring in is that it's like you've created your very own coloring book. So I'm going to start right here with my water. Now I've decided that it doesn't need to be colored in perfectly. I like to have what's called texture. So if I make lots of different swirls, it almost looks like my water comes to life. I don't have to do it that way. I can do it like this. Or I could just color right where we have all of our little waves. I can do it any way I want to. There's no one way or two ways. There's infinite number of ways. Infinite means you can't even count it because there isn't a number big enough. All the numbers just keep going. There we go. I feel like it feels like a nice choppy water. It's a little bit breezy today. But you can do it any way that you like. I know you'll do great. I'm going to use the same technique with my grass. I could do that way, or I can color straight across, or I can color up and down, or I can color any direction I feel like it. Isn't it amazing how different these look? You're using the exact same crayon, but they all look so different when you do it, when you hold the crayon just a little bit differently. You move it a little bit differently across your page. Yeah. We can mix it up too if we want to. We don't have to do the same thing everywhere. We can just go with how you feel in the moment. Do you feel like doing squiggly lines? Or do you feel like doing straight lines? The great part about art is that you don't have to follow the rules. Some of the world's greatest artists didn't follow the rules, like Jackson Pollock. He didn't even use paintbrushes. Or I should say he didn't put paintbrushes on the canvas. Now that was wild. You should ask your adults for some footage on YouTube or somewhere so you can see what Jackson Pollock did. It's really cool. Now, go ahead and color in our trees. Now, if I want to, I could just color where the branches are, like this, and keep it concentrated. Or I can color in the entire circle or shape. I could, if I want to, extend outside of our circle. Almost like our tree is a little bit hairy, like trees are when we really do look at them, when we look outside. You can see through them a little bit, right? See through all the leaves and the branches. See the sky beyond. Okay, let's see what we do here. Now I can also use straight lines. Or maybe I could do what's called a crosshatch, where I have two straight lines going in opposite directions, like this. It is as far as your imagination wants to go. See that? Yeah, I'm out a little bit. I made a mistake. I didn't mean to do that, but it gave me a great idea. I think that I'll draw my tree a little bit hairier with little lines. Just for fun. Why not? It doesn't mean I have to like it, and it doesn't mean I ever have to do it again, but it's fun to try just to see how I feel about it. I feel okay about it. It's not my favorite, but I feel like it could be my favorite if I keep working at it. Okay, what should we do with our upside down tear shaped tree? Kind of like what we did over here with our orange tree. Maybe I'll do that again. There we go. I really like this swirl going right outside of the perimeter of our upside down teardrop. There we are. I feel like my teardrop doesn't have a lot of presents. Not presents like gifts, but it doesn't feel like it shows up very well. So I have an idea. What if I take just a little bit of orange and color it here on the inside? We've got some from our twigs. Wow, that really gave it a little bit of a pop, didn't it? That's fun. What if I took it a step further and used a little bit of red in there too? Hey, it's really starting to look good, isn't it? I like it. Maybe we can give ourselves a couple of leaves that are falling. Very hairy tree. All those leaves falling everywhere. It doesn't have to be perfect. It can just be an experiment. That's what art is. Art feels a lot like experimentation. Look at that guy. He's losing all the leaves now. Oh dear. Well, it'll make room for new leaves in the spring. Maybe our other trees aren't even ready to shed their leaves yet. Maybe they've just newly changed color. Well, now we've got some decisions to make in our sky. I really like how this has come together. Should we color in our clouds? Sure, we can color in the clouds. It's up to you. And you know why. It's your world. You're creating it. It can look any way that you want it to. And it doesn't have to be consistent. That means that the whole piece of paper doesn't have to be the same. It can be any way that you want it to be. It can change from one side of the page to the other. Or what if I color outside of the clouds? They overlapped a little bit. That's okay. Because when you're looking through trees, you can actually see through them a little bit, right? Maybe it doesn't even touch the ground. It's just a little bit. Do you notice how at the horizon, where the world meets the sky, looks a little bit brighter than it does when you look much, much further up into the sky, where the astronauts hang. Yeah. So you can do it that way too. You can do it any way that you want. That's kind of fun too. I don't know which one I prefer. I suppose we can do more swirls. Maybe those swirls are really light when we get closer to the earth. Maybe they're really much darker and I press harder when I'm further up into the sky. This is what's called experimenting. Just figuring out what you like best. Wow, it looks really different from one side to the other, doesn't it? Because we use different techniques. I'm gonna make it a little bit darker over here. It's always a little bit darker. Further up you go. There we are. Whoops. Running out of space over here. Using a couple different techniques now, huh? And that's okay, because that's what I feel like doing in the moment. Just gotta run with it. Sometimes I just know what I'm gonna draw, and sometimes I just don't. It just sort of happens. There we are. One more thing. I feel like our sun needed a little bit more love. Let's make it nice and glowy. Glowy's not a real word, but it's okay to make up words. We make up ways to do art too, right? Well, there we have it. Thanks so much for spending time with me today. Great job, everybody.